Morning peeps, good morning everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. We're going live, people, this Thursday, 8 p.m. Make sure you join me. Don't let me do this live by myself here. You know, I do think about that sometimes, by the way, that I start a live and no one's watching and there are no questions. What do you do? Jeez, but you guys won't let that happen to me, will you? So yeah, we are live this Thursday, tomorrow, 8 p.m. Please join me if you can. All right, let's have a look and see what there is to talk about today. Let's start here. Eddie Hearn says Anthony Joshua's goal is to avenge Daniel Dubois' defeat. That's a perfect start and a perfect segue, because I do want to talk about that, but it does lead perfectly onto the main talking point today, and that's the rematch between OLEKSANDR Usyk and Tyson Fury. We are 10 days away from that fight happening, and this isn't a fight about how the fight's going to be won or lost or a breakdown. I'll probably do those once I get to Saudi and I sat down with both men. I think I sit down with both on Monday evening. So I'll probably do a video Tuesday morning about how I think this fight will play out. This is more a case of what happens next for both. Like, what happens after the fight? Where do both go? And the more I think about this, the more I think what I'm going to say next isn't as crazy as I first thought. I do think, and this is just my hunch, I don't know anything, I do think that we won't see both in the ring again after December 21st. And I know that might sound crazy because there's been a lot of talk about Klitschko returning, AJ versus Fury, Daniel Dubois or Parker versus Usyk or Fury. There's hundreds of millions of pounds out there. We're talking big fights, stadium fights, whatever. I get all that, but that will always be there, right? I mean, look at Vladimir Klitschko. That's a good example. It will always be there. But I just feel like both of them will retire. I really do. Maybe not announce retirement, but I just don't think we'll see them again. Like, some fighters don't announce retirement, you know, you just don't see them. Like Gennady Golovkin hasn't announced his retirement yet, I don't think. He just hasn't fought, and it's clear to see he won't ever fight again. Sometimes you got to look at what is out there for both. Okay, let's play the game of OLEKSANDR Usyk wins. There's no trilogy with Tyson Fury. You're already 2-0. Then what? Like, what's the want for him? You've become undisputed in the cruiserweight division. You've become undisputed in the heavyweight division. You've made hundreds of millions of pounds. What else is out there? Are you going to fight Martin Bakole? Probably not. Are you going to fight the winner of Jean Cabial? Probably not. Are you going to fight Dubois if he beats Parker again? No, you've already done that, and you've done it quite recently. What's the want? I don't know. I always felt like with OLEKSANDR Usyk, the one isn't necessarily the money, which obviously helps, and you know, he's a prize fighter, get as much as you can. It's more the legacy fights, the fights that mean something. And he came into the heavyweight division and he was like, okay, I want to fight the number 1 and number 2. And obviously he had a couple of warm-up fights, Chaz Witherspoon, Chisora. He got to number 2, AJ, done him. Got to number 1, Fury, done him. I don't see if there's anything else. There's been a lot of talk about him coming back down to cruiserweight. OLEKSANDR Usyk is 222 pounds of muscle. I don't think he's coming down to the 200-pound limit again. And if he does, what? Opataya? I mean, these fights might seem like fun fights to us, but for Usyk, Opataya? I mean, I like Opataya. I think Opataya is the number 1 cruiserweight in the world, but it's not like Opataya is the undisputed cruiserweight and all of a sudden Opataya has nowhere to go but fight Usyk at a catchweight maybe. No. But Turbiev, I just don't see it. Honestly, I don't see it. So, and also, he's going to be 38 in January. Every time I've spoken to him, off camera, on camera, he's always spoke about his family, his wife and kids, that he has to leave them to go into fight camp, as most boxers do, and he doesn't like doing it. And I almost feel like he might think, guys, I've done it all. I've done it all. And you know what? Thank God I've become world champion, but thank God even bigger that I've made hundreds of millions doing so. So that's OLEKSANDR Usyk. That's why I think he might say enough's enough. Again, I don't think he will announce it. We just won't see him fight again. As for Tyson Fury, if he loses to OLEKSANDR Usyk, then I definitely think he won't fight again. I think there's a good argument to make if he wins, but if he loses, I can almost see Fury just saying, "We're good, we're good." Again, very similar to OLEKSANDR Usyk. He's a family man. He has a big family. He doesn't. I think in his eyes, he has to, a bit like OLEKSANDR Usyk, say goodbye to the family once he gets into fight camp. He doesn't enjoy doing that. And This was Mount Everest for him. This was it, right? He's done Mount Everest a few times, actually. But this was almost the final Mount Everest. He did it when he fought Vladimir Klitschko, won. Did it against Wilder, won. This is another one. And I don't think he's going to be willing to climb back up again if he loses. If he wins, then, yeah, there could be an AJ fight. There could be a Vladimir Klitschko fight. But a bit like, again, it's the same story that rings true. He's made hundreds of millions. And I actually think Fury has so much to offer outside of boxing. I know people laugh when I say the acting thing, but every time I see him do his trailers, whether it be the Ngannou one or this recent one with Alexander Usyk, I feel that there is a bit of a character there that could have a latter career in acting. I'm not trying to say this guy's going to win a fucking Oscar, but there's something about him that I think he can offer more to other things outside of boxing. I do. So, yeah, there's my hot take. I'm probably wrong, but I think I'm more right than wrong. I really do. And if I am right, and who knows, right? Enjoy it, people. Enjoy the next week. Enjoy Fury. Enjoy, because I'm telling you now, we haven't had a character like Fury in the heavyweight division. I mean, the characters are different, aren't they? Muhammad Ali, very different. Mike Tyson, very different. Fury, very different. But they all sort of are characters. We haven't had one for years. Like he's been fantastic for the sport of boxing. Good or bad. I know some people really dislike him. Some people love him. I'm bang in the middle. I think he's just been great for the sport of boxing. I appreciate him so much. When you interview him, he just gives you so much. I think he's just been incredible. And this boy can fight. Forget all the other stuff. He can fight. He delivers when he gets in the ring. So let's enjoy him. Let's enjoy Usyk. Let's enjoy one of the best talents we've ever seen in the sport of boxing. Because even if they don't retire after December 21st, they've only got one or two more left. Max. Again, Usyk will be 38. Fury's 35, 36. AJ falls into the same bracket as well. So does Zhili Zhang. So does Martin Bakole. These are not... I think Martin Bakole is... How old's Martin Bakole, actually? 26. 31. Okay. Zhili Zhang, Deontay Wilder. So let's enjoy these people because we've at best got 12 to 18 months with them. Okay. On, I have to be really quick here, by the way. I have a Frank Warren interview to do in about an hour and a half, and I've not even had a fresh yet. On the Anthony Joshua's goal is to avenge Daniel Dubois' defeat. It kind of goes back to what I just said. I actually think that Fury and Usyk will retire, as I've just said. And if Dubois beats Parker, then it's Dubois AJ. I don't think it is AJ Fury or AJ Usyk. I think it's Dubois AJ. I think that's going to be the fight if Dubois beats Parker. I was watching yesterday. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. I put it on my Instagram stories. If you don't follow me, why are you not following me? Ade Oladipo is the Instagram. But I was watching old videos of AJ. I was watching the AJ Dillian White fight. O2 Arena, packed out. Stormzy walking him to the ring, or Stormzy in the ring, but singing his song. What did he say? What's his song called again? Because he remixed it. My man thinks he can beat AJ. Tell him shut up. But it was fucking amazing. And I was thinking, that AJ there, who went into the fire, that guy there, I almost feel like the fire does burn out eventually, but that guy there, wrecking machine. Right. Obviously, AJ now technically is way better than that guy. Like when I was watching it, AJ was making so many mistakes, but he was happy to go into the fire knowing that White can hit. White had a strong left hook. And even when AJ got hit with a left hook in round 2, which wobbled him, still went into that fire. How do you get that fire back? I don't know. But if we can just get a little bit of that fire back with what AJ has now technically, I think AJ could still cause Dubois a lot of problems. Could potentially beat him as well. Sebastian Fundora has no intention of looking beyond Errol Spence. Is that fight even made? Like, is that? I don't know what's going on there. Okay, this is good. This is what we need to hear. By the way, this has caused a lot of stir between Lopez and Boots fans. Talks are absolutely, that's what it says here, absolutely underway to match Teofimo Lopez Jr. with Jaron Ennis. Has to happen. Has to happen. Madison Square Garden, New York versus Philly. It's a big fight. It's a big fight. Big MSG as well. Not the theater, the big MSG. Was it 22,000, whatever it is? Like, it's been a long time since we had a fight in big MSG. I'm going to say Katie Serrano won. Can't think we've had, so it's been a while, right? I mean, me growing up, it was always about MSG. All the big fights were in MSG. Zab Judah, Miguel Cotto. Like, how many times did Miguel Cotto fight in MSG? Like, Miguel, that was his home. I always felt like there was a big fight in MSG. Now, rarely happens. So we do need a big one. That's a big one. All right, guys, did you see what happened? I live basically in central London. Floyd Mayweather got like sort of, I don't know what, ambushed? I don't know what happened with Floyd. He came to a jewelry place near where I am. I don't know if it's because of his push supporting Israel. I'm not quite sure what happened. I don't know if he tried to get robbed. I don't know what happened, but that's crazy to see Floyd, who before could walk the streets of London and get so much love. It's crazy to see security pushing him in a car to kind of get him to safety. Kind of crazy. All right, guys, very quick video. I do have to rush. But what's your take on it? Fury, Usyk, I think they're going to retire. I think so. That's just me.